Welcome back to Off Track on Purpose. It's day 2, we're on Bodmin Moor. We've just packed away our tents from the night. It was a cold, but you know, we made it through. We had a good night's sleep. Now we're just making our breakfast. I'm cooking up some porridge and our coffees. Just boiling some water at the moment. And then we're going to get going. So today is going to be a really exciting day because we're going up Willy, the highest point in Cornwall, and then a number of other tours as well, like Row Tour, also known as Rough Tour, and then a few other hills, and we'll see how we get on. We're both quite tired from yesterday and from sleeping in a tent, so we'll have to see. We may cut a couple of tours out there, but we're gonna push on, see how we do. Yesterday, day 1, part 1 of this mini series, we walked about 24 kilometres, which was slightly over what we predicted. So we'll see how we do today, but we're looking forward to some breakfast, looking forward to get back out there, off track on purpose.
Got some apple porridge. My brain's very slow this morning. Obviously we've only just woken up, but it's lovely. It's not my go-to breakfast, but when we're doing something like what we're going to be doing today, this is definitely what you need. I think I slept a lot worse out of the two of us. My sleeping bag, it ripped, so it was very cold. But hey, look, it's all the experience, and today's going to be even better. Cheers. And there we have it, guys. We're all packed up. Luckily, I got everything back in that bag, which I'm extremely impressed with, because I'm not very good at packing. So I've got my tent, I've got my sleeping bag, and then obviously I've got all my clothes, etc. Will's got the other bag there, which is obviously a little bit bigger. But we've cleaned up all the area. When you go camping, make sure if you've got any plastic, just take it with you. You know, it takes 2 seconds. We've taken 3 plastic bags just to take everything with us. Honestly, the world's bad enough as it is. Keep it a good place.
Leave no trace.
There you go. So I slept here. The only thing I would have said is this little bit here. That was a bit annoying on one of my knees in the night. But other than that, and then Will slept here. So
Just fine, a couple of sticks, but otherwise I can't complain, to be honest.
yeah, I mean, obviously throughout the whole of the evening we struggled finding spots, didn't we?
Yeah.
To camp. So this was the best we could find. The trees, because it was so windy yesterday, the trees made some weird noises. It was almost like, I don't know how to explain it. It felt like someone was coming behind your tent. So that was quite a bit, eerie. But
Some of the noises when it was like the trees were creaking, it sounded almost like a zip being undone. And a couple of times I was like, "Oh, are you undoing your tent?"
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing. But no, it was good, really good. I think we've just had our porridge. We're going to get back on the road and show you all of the exciting bits of Bodmin Moor. Back we go! Oh. Well, goodbye woods. It was a nice place to camp. It was out of the wind. Obviously it's very windy now, but we sort of just come onto a place like this. Clouds are looking a little bit dark, but hopefully we'll be okay. This is what we've been dealing with for the last 12 hours.
So we just cut across all the way from those woods through that really marshy moorland, and
Very boggy.
very boggy.
You have to be careful where you step, because one step and your foot's gone in. I mean, yesterday I got up to here, which was interesting. That's why my boots soaked this morning, but now the sun's coming out. Look at it.
Headed up that mountain next, at all. But yeah, it's a lovely day. Can't complain about the weather at all.
What a view to start the morning. Ah, can't believe we're here, Will. I'm so happy to be on Bodmin Moor. Well, there are definitely rain clouds coming over, and we are going there. So it's going to be a fun one, but we aren't going to skip anything when it comes to this trip. We're just going to do it. If we get wet, we get wet.
We are on the approach now to Row Tor, also known as Rough Tor. As you can see behind us, we're going to be going up that very shortly, just taking a few seconds to sit down. But I think that's the second highest point in Cornwall, and then after that we're going straight on to the highest point in Cornwall. So we get a bit of a sweat on going up that hill, but it's going to be worth it with the views all around. I mean, even from up here it looks great. So up there, even better.
That's where we camped. Show you the view. Oh my god. It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. So we've just climbed Row Tor, got to the top, we've sat down for sort of 10 minutes. I tried to dry out a few of my clothes because I got quite wet yesterday. I've packed plastic bags, so I've put all of my wet stuff in there so it won't get everything else wet. And now we are on the way to Willy, which is the main attraction of Bodmin Moor. I mean, it's the highest point of Cornwall, so the views, as you can imagine, are probably going to be absolutely insane. But yeah, stay tuned. We're probably going to have some lunch up there depending on what time it is, because it's probably going to take a good hour getting up there at least. So stay tuned. So we've just come across a stream. We're running out of water, so I'll just show you the stream. My suggestion to you guys, if you don't camp, is always get water that's running. Never get water sort of like down there because it's a little bit stagnant. And I've bought a water filter, so all of that is going through this blue filter that gets rid of like 99.9% of anything that's pretty bad in the water. But yeah, that's what you got to do to survive. Very slow process, but it's what you've got to do to make sure that you're not going to get ill. Let's go! It's so windy up here, but it's so nice. It's refreshing. We're going up there. We just filled our water from the bottom where you can sort of see that light pathway. Yeah.
So we've made it to the highest point in Cornwall, the peak of Brown Willy. And what a view from up here. So right now we're the highest people in all of Cornwall. Sorry if it's a bit windy.
Absolutely incredible. I can't believe the views up here. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it when it comes to stuff like this. You can see for miles and miles. It's extremely windy like Will said, but it was so worth it. So where he's filming now, you can see there's a tour over there. We just climbed that, you would have seen that footage. We've now just come all the way up to Brown Willy, which is obviously the biggest place in Cornwall. I'm bending over because obviously it's so windy, guys, sorry.
You can see our campsite over there, that forest from last night. Yeah, wow. So now, I think we're heading that direction generally. Probably to that forest on the horizon. And that's our next campsite for tonight. How do you feel?
Amazing. To be honest, it's been hard, but it's just so worth it. I mean, this is why we started this journey on YouTube. It's just to try something different. And I mean, this is definitely, I was saying to Will yesterday, it's put me out of my comfort zone, you know, going and camping, getting your own water, cooking your own food. But so far, so good. I'm glad that we got the water filter. I've got nothing else to say, but wow. Got the difference between standing here and standing up at the top. You'll probably be able to hear me without even having the mic. Oh, what a day. It's only like 12:30. I think we're going to stop for some lunch in a minute and just take in the views. Just trying to find a spot really that's out of the wind. But this is looking pretty promising just down here. And then obviously you've got all of that for miles and miles. We are sort of expecting forecast rain around 6 o'clock, which is probably around the time we'll get to pitch up. Which it's not a problem. We just got to be careful really and try and get there as soon as we can. Definitely going to get suntan today. You won't feel it because of the wind, but amazing, absolutely amazing. So we've just stopped for a bit of lunch. Well, what have you got for lunch today, mate?
I'm having a nice pack of pasta, nice and easy, nutritious, quick to cook. Let's put some water in there. Might have to top up a little bit.
Lovely. And then obviously, like you would have seen yesterday, we're using a gas canister, which I'll get out of my bag in a second. And then I have some hula hoops, spaghetti hoops, sorry, and sausages. Oh, that looks quite nice actually, mate. Right, it's cooking. I thought you were going to eat it like that. Yeah. So we've just got a simple canister, a holder. Smells good. Spaghetti hoops and sausages for lunch. You know what? It doesn't actually look that bad. I mean, it's not going to be gourmet when you're on the moors. But happy with how it's looking. Just over here there's a forest where we're going to camp up tonight, so we've probably still got at least a couple hours, maybe 3 hours, but we're getting there, and it's actually nice to be able to see where we're going. The sun's coming out now and again. It's good. Hello. So guys, we're just getting back onto a road. We're going to go straight back to the Jamaica Inn that we stopped off at yesterday. We've kind of got to go past that way to where we're camping tonight anyway, but we thought it would be nice to have a pint of Coke. I might get a slice of cake and just relax for, you know, half an hour or whatever. But what a glorious day. Compared to yesterday, there is no comparison. It's hot, but it's nice. So we just stopped off for another quick drink break. Woo! Some crisps, and we're now walking over to the woods that you probably can see right at the end there, which is where we're going to be camping for tonight. We've sort of been talking about it. We've been looking at weather, and the weather tomorrow is supposed to be horrendous. So depending on the situation, we might just walk all the way through the moors and get back to Liskeard where we started.
It is so peaceful out here. I mean, we haven't seen another person for hours and hours, probably, well, not since the pub. It's just so amazing being out in this woodland. We're just trying to scout out a place to put our tents for the night. I think we'll be there quite soon. In the next probably 20 minutes we'll have found somewhere. We'll obviously show you as we set up the tents, make our dinner, and then we're going to be off to bed again. Getting ready for a nice, comfortable, warm sleep, I'm sure.
So here we are, guys. This is our campsite for the night. My tent is just set up here. Will's is just behind you here.
Drying off my socks.
And then obviously we've got the stream going past us, which, to be honest, Will said, do you think it would be a bit weird with the water? But I actually think it would be quite relaxing. Other than that, we're about to eat, aren't we? Starving. Been an absolute trek again today. But yeah, we're going to walk back to Liskeard tomorrow, we think. We'll keep you updated on that in the next video. But yeah, it's been another good day of trekking around. We've probably done 18 kilometres today, something like that, Will. What do you think?
About that.
Up and down, sort of going through woods and forests, trying to find, you know, somewhere to camp. And we actually came across this place and thought, not only have we got a river so we could dip off eating, because it's been a rough, or a long 2 days, should I say, but also, you know, it's picturesque. We're going to be walking that way tomorrow, so it just makes sense.
Also, fresh water if we need it.
Fresh
We've got
water.
a good amount of water left over, but
Yeah, as you would have seen earlier in the episode, obviously we have filtered some water anyway, so it's not really a problem. However, you know, I'm thinking about maybe getting in there in the morning.
you're
Depends
mad.
how cold you are.
You
or how
caught the
cold
sun
I
a bit,
am.
mate.
Yeah, a little bit sunburnt. Same for you.
Oh yeah, a little bit pink.
That's good. So stay tuned. We're going to cook some food, and then we'll go from there.
So I'm just cooking some dinner. I've got, what is it? Black beans, chicken and rice, which is going to be lovely. That's the pot. It's pretty much done. And then what have you got, God? Beans?
I've got sausage and beans, kind of the same as lunch, but and then I've got chocolate pudding. And you've got sticky toffee pudding for dessert.
Lush. Well earned, I think.
Yeah. What a spot for a camping trip. A bit longer.
A little bit more.
Nice.
It's got a little spice to it.
That's good.
Keep you warm.
What's the plan for tomorrow then?
So I think what we're going to do, because obviously we said we're doing a day 3, we're going to set off from here. We're going to head up towards Lisgard, going up that hill up there. I think that's probably done. Do you want to take over?
Yep.
So we're going to head up towards Lisgard, and yeah, it's good. So I think it's probably it's about 10k, maybe 15. We'll see. It's not as bad as today, or certainly not yesterday, but it's going to be. And then we'll finish up in Lisgard, get the train home. So hopefully, if we make it touch metal, it'll be a successful trip. But I've had a good time.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it too. It's been really good. Hoping it's not as cold as it was last night. I've sort of wrapped up a little bit more. I've got a bin bag that I can put over me, which is a bit random, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, like Will said, we were going to do the 3rd night, but the rain's coming in tomorrow, and I think we've enjoyed it. It's been amazing. Like we've had, you know, will be 2 nights, but at the same time, you don't want to overdo it, you know, especially when it's going to be torrential rain. It's not worth it. But yeah, I'm going to cook my food up. So like I said, I've got the beans and sausages. I'm going to do it a bit different. I'm going to boil it in water, because you can do it 2 ways. But I just didn't want to get my pan dirty whilst obviously putting chocolate pudding in afterwards. But yeah, so I'll show you that in a second. So I'm just getting mine to the boil now, and that'll be mine. So we've sort of had these for dinner, not sponsored or anything, but just a heads up, they are quite delicious. I mean, Will's already finished this off. That's good.
Wayfarer, if you want to sponsor us, we're always open to it.
Yeah, especially on trips like this, you've been a lifesaver. You know, it's relatively substantial food. It's about 600 calories for each meal, so especially when you've done sort of like 20 to 25 kilometres a day, you need something, you know, just to fuel your body for the next day. Because we started yesterday, we did 26 kilometres, and then we did an extra 18 to 20 today. So you're talking 45 kilometres, which in miles, probably about 30 miles, which is just crazy. And then obviously we've done the tours, we've done around Willy, so it's not just, you know, doing a walk, it's going up and down. So I know both of our feet are absolutely wrecked after today, but look, it's all about the fun and games, and I'm glad that we enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have as well. So I'm just gonna finish off with this. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we've got some exciting stuff. Off Track on Purpose. You can get your merch online, that'll be in the description. But yeah, so you've got that, and obviously you've got that up there.
Right, we're off to bed. It's the end of the day. We're really looking forward to day 3, where we set off tomorrow in search of Lisgard. But from both of us now, good night, stay safe, and we'll see you very soon.